Sagittarius, this is your 2012 special forecast brought to you by InsightfulAstrology.com. Sagittarius, in 2012, you're going to have your fair share of business and pleasure. Let's get started. When it comes to love and relationships, after June 11th, there's a lot of expansion for you in partnerships. That's because Jupiter, the planet of abundance, will enter your 7th house. In addition to this, there's going to be a Venus retrograde cycle happening in your partnership sector from May 15th until June 27th. And Sagittarius, you have a lot going on with relationships. You will be reevaluating how you feel about a partner in your life. You will be considering whether or not this person makes you feel valued, whether or not you're able to easily express love and affection for your partner. And you might also be having some issues about money that the two of you need to resolve. A solar eclipse on May 20th, also in your 7th house, will bring this all to light because that eclipse does occur during the Venus retrograde cycle. There's another eclipse in your 7th house, a lunar eclipse, the end of the year, November 28th, and by then, all of this should reach a level of completion. There's a lunar eclipse that happens in your 1st house, which is you, your sign, on June 4th. And that lunar eclipse could feel very personal. It could be this awakening, this recognition that something about your identity is not working anymore, and how that fits into a relationship will come into the picture. When it comes to work and career, Jupiter will be in your work sector until June 11th. So there's a lot of assignments for you, a lot of work, extra work, too much work even. You might be turning away work assignments. There's a Mars retrograde cycle that we need to talk about. And this is one that could be a little frustrating when it comes to career advancement. From January 23rd until April 13th, Mars, the planet of action and energy, will be retrograde in your 10th house. It's going to feel like you're uphill, like you're pushing a boulder uphill in order to achieve whatever kind of professional advancement you hope to. Don't give up. Don't think that this means that you're going to be crumbled by that boulder, because you're not. After April 13th and until July 3rd, you will succeed in pushing that boulder up to the top of the mountain. But during the retrograde months, you will have to figure out a different strategy. It's not good enough to just continue along the same path. What's the definition of stupidity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Well, you need to do something different if you want to achieve something different and better in career matters. And this Mars retrograde cycle will teach you what that is. Then, when it comes to money, there's some explosive upheavals happening. I don't want you investing in anything risky, and I mean that. That's because we have a series of Uranus-Pluto squares that begin this year, and they do affect you in finances. June 24th and September 19th are the dates to watch out for. Uranus will be in your 5th house of gamble, speculation, and risk at a square to Pluto in your 2nd house of earned income. Don't invest. Don't do anything risky during this time. You might also find yourself in an argument about money with a lover or with a child in your life during this time. This brings us to home and family matters. Neptune, the planet of spirituality, will enter your 4th house of home and family on February 3rd, and Neptune remains there for many years. This is a time when you may feel a little bit confused about family direction, but on another level, you can feel inspired. You can feel as if you're finally getting the dream family that you've always wanted, and it's about time. You certainly deserve that. There's another element of 2012. It's a little bit under wraps. Saturn, the planet of restriction and limitation, will enter your 12th house of all that's hidden after October 5th. And this is a karmic time where for the next 2.5 years or so, you're going to be creating some structure and uprooting any anxieties and really cleaning out the closets in your life, letting go of what's no longer serving you in a big way. There's a solar eclipse on November 13th that amplifies the Saturn energy. And just think of this as sweeping the cobwebs away. You're doing this behind the scenes, so nobody knows what's going on. That's why it's under wraps. But sometimes doing things behind the scenes can give you the best rewards. Overall, Sagittarius 2012, as you can see, there's lots of room for growth, lots of room for pleasure, and business to take care of.